Hi guys, welcome to Office World. In this tutorial, we will look at the different types of references in Microsoft Excel. As you can see here, we are having a Microsoft Excel worksheet with three different types of sheets named as relative reference, root reference, and mixed reference. Okay, so I will differentiate one by one that what is the relative reference, how to create the relative reference, how to create absolute reference, how to create a mixed reference. Okay, so we will start with relative reference. So you can see here that we have some entries along the row and along the column. So how can we utilize these entries and uh, copy these references in different cells along rows and columns? Okay, so say if I want to copy this A1 entry into this C3 cell. Okay, so I will click on the formula bar equals to, and I will click this A1 entry and press enter. Okay, so you can see here that this value, the value of C3 is now equals to the value of A1. Okay, so now what is the relative reference? So what is the relative reference? If I drag this to 4 cells toward right, so you can see here that the values of A1, B1, C1, and D1 has been copied here. Okay, so it is called the relative reference along the row. Okay, now what if I want to use these column and entities of 1, 2, 3, 4 in the same sequence in these C3, C4, C5, and C6? So I will click this cell C3 and I will drag this from here 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so you can see here that I have created a relative reference so that same values in same sequence along the row has been copied into another row, and similarly the values from one column has been copied into another. Okay, so this is relative reference. Now what about absolute reference? So in absolute reference we will create equals to sign formula bar, and then we will click A1. Okay, so now what is the difference? So you will press F4 function key once. So you can see here that this formula has changed to $A $1, and then we will press enter. So you can see here that this one value is same as A1. Now what is the difference here? Now we will drag this to 4 places along the row, and similarly we will drag this C3 4 places along this column C. Now you can see here that as we have used absolute reference, so the value of 1, which is the value of A1, will be assigned to, which was already assigned to C3, will also be used in E3, E3, and F3. No matter whether you go towards, whether you go along a row or along a column. Okay, so this value is basically absolute reference, that because we assign C3 equals to A1, so in absolute reference, by using this dollar a $1 signs using F4 key, and while we create this link, so this value of 1 will also be same, so it will not copy 2, 3 and 4 along this row or along this column. Okay, so the value of 1 will be used in as much places as possible. Okay, so what is the mixed reference? Now in the mixed reference, we will, just as in the previous cases, we will use equals to sign and then press A1. Okay, so what is the difference for mixed reference? We will press the F4 key. Now this is for the absolute reference. So what is the difference for mixed reference? We will press F4 key another time. So you can see here that the value changes to $1. So in this case, you can see here that if we proceed and paste along the row, so the same values have been copied along the row. But what if we copy the value along the column? So you can see here that the one value has been copied along the column. Okay, so this is called mixed reference. So what if I change at this mixed reference another time? So it will get toggled. So this time it is dollar sign is before A and not before 1. So what is the difference? So we can see here that if I drag this along the row, it will be equals to 1, and when I drag it to along the column, so it would be equals to 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is called a mixed reference. So I hope you have learned from this video. So please subscribe the channel and like the video to watch more videos like this. Thanks for watching.